I've got something I want to talk about, Patrick, and I'm very excited to talk about it.
Oh, you're excited?
We've got some big news. Big news. Big Amico news that I don't think anyone has talked about yet, really, at the level that they should. But we can confirm.
Confirm it for me, Ian.
That Amico games are all going to be NFTs.
What? Wait, what?
Yep, they're all going to be NFTs. What? How is that going to work? I don't know, because they haven't said anything about it and they don't communicate with their potential customers. But all the Amico games are going to be NFTs.
Wait a second. Where was this news revealed, Ian?
It was confirmed by twice by Tommy Tallarico himself. Terrence Talamanca has come out and confirmed.
What?
Yep. Here it is. So I just want to talk about a little something that was found on the Atari Age message board here. Someone said, one thing is a little unclear for me about the physical media games products. I have seen you saying that they would be NFT. I would like to be sure, did you mean NFT, non-fungible token, or did you mean NFC, which is a protocol of RFID? Tommy replied, I've never confirmed NFT. Someone brought it up and I said, wouldn't that be something? Not something we would be ready to disclose at this time. But thank you for your interest, which is what that's one of Tommy's new lines. Well, so someone posted where he actually said it. Someone replying to someone saying, I understand this information is most likely under NDA, but Intellivision isn't planning anything like this. Are they referring to NFTs? Tommy said, April 22nd, and I quote, no, we have a pretty cool setup going, and every one of our games, digital and physical, is an NFT. We even received a special technology grant because of it. They got money from someone because all their games are going to be NFTs. All their games are going to be NFTs. When shown this bit of information where he confirmed on April 22nd that all games were going to be NFTs, Tommy replied, I stand corrected. Looks like I did confirm NFT earlier this year.
Wait a minute. So what are we saying? We're saying that he said it was NFT, and then he was called out on it and said...
And he said, no, I never said that.
But now it is
And then
NFT?
someone showed him where he runs his mouth, and he said, you're right, I did confirm NFT earlier this year.
So is that an admission that he confirmed it was wrong, or confirmed it and that
he confirmed
there
NFT.
will be NFTs.
They're going to be NFTs,
which
Pat.
means
they're all NFTs.
Which means that in theory they'd be digitally signed via blockchain to each individual user, which then means you could potentially transfer the digital ownership to someone else.
Yes.
That's what he was
claiming. That's what's being said. All I know is that he has confirmed. Tommy Tallarico, you heard it here. Confirmed. All games NFTs. There's a reason why I'm bringing this up.
Why are you bringing this up, Ian?
Because I want to see what his response is to this. I want to see what happens when he has been proven to run his mouth about shit he doesn't understand. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He doesn't remember saying things because he just speaks. So I want this to gain enough traction that I want him to have to respond to it. I want him to respond to these
Amico
being NFTs.
games are NFTs according
Amico games are NFTs according to the CEO.
According to the Intellivision CEO Tommy Tallarico, Amico games are going to be NFTs, non-fungible tokens.
So, did you... I mean, what's this crazy technology? I feel like this would be huge to know in the NFT field. I feel like all those people who love NFTs would be super excited to know all these games are going to be NFTs. This is an industry first, choosing to use a controversial technology that is burning down the planet. But man, industry first all the way, or you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I actually think it's more the second one, but hey, it's been confirmed. They're NFTs. Confirmed.
I mean, I know you're being cheeky, Ian, but obviously the CEO says a lot of things that is either retracted or says, I never said that.
He confirmed it, Pat.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though.
Or he's going to redefine what NFT means, which I think is probably more likely to be the case.
Maybe the CEO doesn't realize that NFT is not RFID and doesn't know that the letters mean something different.
Someone gave him that opportunity and he said no.
Hey, wow, I'm trying to give Tommy Tallarico the benefit of the doubt. That's a first here.
Well, he can come out and give himself the benefit of the doubt by explaining what it means that all games are NFTs. Confirmed.
Oh, okay. That's an interesting thing. I guess this is the takeaway from this, though. When you're the CEO of a company, you can't just spew bullshit or say whatever you want when you represent a company, especially when you have public investors in a company. You can't run
I
your
feel
mouth.
a segue coming on.
You can't just say whatever you want and do whatever you want and make claims when your company has public investors. There's rules. Securities Exchange Commission exists, the SEC, to make sure that this stuff is regulated so people don't get taken for a ride or may invest in something and get hoodwinked potentially. So why is that a segue? Remember the tale of J Allard? J Allard was brought on as
Global Communications Director, I think.
Well, something like that. He was
a global something. He was fucking global.
Global marketing director, global. So he was brought on.
He's going to take the Amico to the moon.
He was brought on spring of 2020. It was a big announcement. It was big news.
Big.
At the time, J Allard used to work on Xbox. He worked on with Microsoft on the Zune. He helped get the Xbox Live Arcade going. Just a star-studded career here.
Industry genius.
Industry guy was going to help with the Amico, right? Then radio silence from J Allard. Then we learn several months later that I think we were in early 2021. He was gone from the company by his own admission via GeekWire article. By summer of 2020, he was gone. So he was there for a scant few months with the company. However, J Allard's face and name was plastered all over the place. In particular, which we'll bring up, on the Fig/Republic crowdfunding investment site, J Allard was listed as one of the people working on the Amico.
Almost like they thought they could benefit from that.
Not only that, as was brought up in Sam Mekovich's great covers of Ars Technica, which he did bring up as well, there was a sleazy investor video put out by Neil Patel where Tommy says, we got the guy from Xbox working on this, insinuating that J Allard was still working on the team. And we brought this up as this is not a small issue when this is a SEC security at this point.
When you see someone with the track record of J Allard working on a project, that could be the difference between investing or not investing for someone who's trying to make a smart investment.
That could be the linchpin. Be like, oh, this guy worked on the Xbox. He's working on the Amico. Okay, this is going to be
something or another. I'm all in.
Yeah, he's the global marketing director. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. This guy knows what he's doing. So the point is this: the SEC is like they're like investment cops. They're like Mappy, Ian.
Yeah.
Instead of having a nice stick that ward off cats, there's a little like computer, and Mappy's wearing spectacles and making sure that fly-by-night companies don't get people's money, that investments are promising and delivering what they are saying so people don't get screwed. They're investment police, basically. They're like stock and investment police. They have to look out for investors and the little people so they don't get taken for a ride. Otherwise, anyone can make outlandish claims about anything they want. And that's why they look out for stuff like pyramid schemes and Ponzi schemes and stuff like that. So we always said that this J Allard stuff could potentially lead to something. And now we've been made aware through a federal filing to the SEC, a clarification was needed from Republic, I guess on behalf of Intellivision, to the SEC, that the SEC is aware of this J Allard stuff, and it sounds like wanted clarification about what is going on with this. So this is an SEC document. You can look it up. U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. It was sent via, this was from Fig Publishing, which is also obviously Republic, the same company. They said, Dear Miss Krebs, I'm guessing Miss Krebs is the person at the SEC. On behalf of our client, Fig Publishing, we hereby provide a response to the oral comment conveyed to me by the staff being the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, regarding post-qualification amendment number 4 to the company's offering statement on form blah, 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 blah. basically, this is what it boils down to. The SEC wanted clarification on this statement that they made. The Intellivision Amico is being developed by a dedicated team of industry veterans. Leading members of development have worked on a wide variety of projects relating to launching and maintaining new hardware and software in the gaming industry. J Allard, the company's global managing director, previously served as Microsoft's Chief Experience Officer and Chief Technology Officer of the Entertainment and Devices Division, heavily contributing to the development of the Xbox and Xbox 360 game consoles. However, this is the clarification I need. However, recent website postings have indicated that J Allard may be leaving or may have left the company. Please clarify the company's disclosure regarding J Allard's status and whether any change in that status has had or may have a material effect on the development of the Amico game console. So this is the SEC saying, what's going on here?
Right.
What is happening here with this J Allard? What happened here? So this is how Republic responded. Remember, they're the ones, you're technically, when you're investing in this Amico, you're technically going through the Fig/Republic site. That's the main investment. Technically, you're not technically investing directly into Intellivision. It's through this. In response to this comment,
which is crowdfunding,
the company required clarifications and updates from Intellivision, the developer of the Amico console. Intellivision informed the company that J Allard served as company's global managing director from before the filing of the first Amico form until after the qualification of that Form 1A on October 21st, 2020. During that time, Mr. Allard served as a full-time advisor. They're trying to not say employee and get themselves in trouble. Full-time advisor to Intellivision, helping Intellivision in the final stages of Amico hardware development. After this work of his was completed, Mr. Allard ceased serving as a full-time advisor, but has remained available to give advice when contacted by Intellivision. And considering his contributions overall, Mr. Allard has not played a material role in Amico product development. So they're speaking out of both sides of their mouths.
Yeah.
You tout this guy as helping from Microsoft, who helped get the Xbox off the ground and Xbox Live.
He's alternately the most important thing that ever happened to your company, but he's also not.
No material role? Really? That's what.
So you're telling us, and that's them telling us right now that he had no material role in it. This guy who you touted because you knew he could get investors on board because he has a successful track record. Keep in mind, none of this is shit talking J Allard. The guy always did what he set out to do. You're saying that he had no part in it. So why were you touting him?
Why did you put him up on both the Figs and the Republic investment sites?
Do advisors generally get titles like global marketing director?
Why were there a bunch of YouTubers saying, well, this means the Amico's taken off? This is all the little YouTubers said, oh, this is it. See, guys, see, Pat and Ian, you're wrong. They got the Xbox guy working on this now. This is going to be a surefire success. Phil Spencer tweeted out, hey, best of luck to my pal, J Allard, former Microsoft, co-employee. Good luck working on the Intellivision. So they got this buzz at the time. They did this to obviously try to hook investors.
Yep.
Now they're being called out for in the SEC. The government's like, something's not lining up here. We need clarification. And now they're coming back and saying, he has not played a material role in the Amico product development at all. But he was full-time, but just an advisor. So this is what I'm going to say about this.
So we don't have a response from the SEC yet based on their response.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. Now the SEC,
we'll see.
The SEC became aware of this, though.
Yeah.
And from what I hear, the SEC, when they might go out and do searches for these tech companies are smaller to make sure this stuff doesn't happen, so they can easily get you in some capacity. I don't know if it's like a policeman having like a ticket quota for the month. But I'm sure some of these SEC people are hired, like in the IRS, to be like, all right, find us some wrongdoing and get us some money from these companies. So there might be a fine that gets put into place if they investigate this. I'm not saying anyone's going to jail, but it's, as Frank would say, it's not nothing. It's not nothing. What makes this worse is I went back to the Republic investment crowdfunding campaign. I remember originally it was from mid-February to like mid-April about.
Yes.
J Allard was on there originally for weeks. He was on there, according to the Wayback Machine, he was on that site until March 3rd was the last Wayback Machine date I saw that J Allard was listed as being a part of the team. Now, in this document themselves, to the government, they're saying that he was gone by October. according to this is what Republic's saying to the SEC. By October, J Allard was gone. J Allard himself said in that GeekWire interview he was gone by the summer.
Yeah.
So we'll even just say if it's October, why are you still touting J Allard as part of the team after October to investors in these videos? Why is this happening? The SEC obviously knows something's up here. So I'm not saying this can become a major thing, but the SEC is aware of this J Allard situation. It's not just two crazy people talking about it. It's the government aware of it.
Yep.
I mean, we were on this last year, but we're just dumb. We're just drunken podcasters.
We're just dumb. Drunken
We're just drunken podcasters. So there you go. I'm not saying people are going to end up in prison, but the possibility of like a fine or something else happening, that could happen down the road.
Certainly there.
The SEC is not going to ask for clarification if this was above the board. And they're like, oh, no, they're like, what? Wait a second. What?
Yeah, they're not asking for clarification if they don't need clarification.
But J Allard's being promoted, but he's not with the company. So what does he do? What has he been doing? Like, what's happening? They're there to protect investors, the SEC.
I'm surprised J Allard hasn't come out yet. And said
more, if we get to that point where the SEC, you think J Allard's sitting at home relaxing, he's got to fucking get a call or get a letter from the SEC to, like, he has to do like a sworn affidavit to say exactly when he worked on the company, what exactly he did.
Yeah.
And what time period? Because that's going to come.
How many globes he managed.
How many globes he managed. Yeah, what it comes down to this is that you can't, the NFT thing is one thing, but it just shows you can't just spout off and do shit and then expect no repercussions to happen.
Confirmed, man.
It's confirmed, the NFTs?
Confirmed.
What's also been confirmed is remember the pre-order gift they promised to people? We won't spend a lot of time on this. The pre-order gifts, due to the third delay of the Amico, they said, oh, we're going to get something out to you to show that, hey, we care about you as customers. And I guess I held out hope that it would actually be related, the giveaway, to the actual Intellivision Amico that people put down $100 to pre-order. So why would I think that, like, okay, you pre-ordered a console, we're going to give you something related to that product? But what Tommy did is he bundled up a bunch of MP3s and sent out some, like, his Earthworm Jim soundtrack.
20 years of my life.
Video Games Live soundtrack stuff. He said it's like hundreds of dollars in value. But what if you don't want that? It's not related to the console. Just because you're the guy who worked on Video Games Live and you're the CEO of Intellivision doesn't mean that everyone who pre-ordered it would necessarily want this as something to hold you over.
I saw someone say something somewhere where they were like, I pre-ordered an Amico, not a Tallarico. And I thought that was very clever because it's true. What does this have to do with anything? Especially if you go back to the whole, this isn't for retro gamers, this isn't for them, it's for, mom 2.0 and kids and grandparents who can't do anything for themselves. Then what are they going to do with a bunch of, video game music?
No, and I'm not saying...
If you delayed an Amico, you should give them a gift related to the Amico, not your ego.
Yeah, it's obviously something just laying around. It's like, all right.
It's not costing him anything.
They did it via, I think, a humble bundle thing. They did that.
The humble bundle already exists, which means that you stopped seeing any real money from this a long time ago.
Oh, you think that's what they did? You think he didn't just do it for this? It was already there, you think?
I feel like it might be, but I don't know. Even still, whatever. It
doesn't cost them anything.
It's not costing you anything.
And just, we're going to give them some codes, give out whatever. Well, I don't know how many codes I gave out. So people were rightly asking, wait a second. Does this lock us into the pre-order if we accept this? And at first, Tommy said in the forum, oh, yes, correct. Then he clarified, no, I didn't mean that, because he doesn't know how to read posts and respond.
He doesn't know how to read posts or respond to questions properly. But he doesn't know how... He should not be talking in any sort of public capacity.
But there's pre-orders now via GameStop, who knows how many. There's like Amazon, Europe. So, like, do all those people get this? Here's the point, though. They just, before the delay, like 5-6 days before, they showed the physical products. If I thought you'd be showing goodwill, why don't you ship one of those physical products to your backers here? They didn't cost you that much to make. I can't picture those costing more than $1 to make those things each. Cannot picture that in that quantity, maybe less. Ship out one of those. Give your people a chance. Be like, hey, fill out a survey. Which one of these 8 games do you want? We'll ship it out to you. If you don't want to do that, Ian, how about, okay, I'm just spitballing. I don't know. I'm being the global fucking marketing director.
How about global marketing or global managing?
We keep going back and forth. It's global. I think it's global marketing director.
It matters.
Idiots are idiots that get their facts wrong. We don't fucking care.
We don't care. It was a fake job position.
Allegedly. So now they have a system. They have a delay. What would you do? How about, I don't know, how about $5 off an Amico game once it's out? It doesn't cost the company anything. It's just a credit. And at least it's related to the fucking game. Or to the game console. Do something related to the game console.
I feel like that would have been the easiest thing to do. Free game when you get your Amico.
Free credit.
We'll give you a code.
Or we'll give you, if you don't want to give it right away because people are going to cancel, we'll give you, how about we'll give you a certificate once the Amico arrives. We'll pack in a fucking physical product with the Amico. There you go. We'll pack one in. We'll pack one in. There, if you don't want it out in the open, we'll pack one in once it arrives. There, I solved it.
That would cost money.
It costs you $1 extra.
Wow.
It won't cost you any extra shipping. You can just throw it in the box. You know, whatever. But no, it's got to be, hey, here's a bunch of MP3s. And there were people on Atari Age annoyed. There were.
Oh, yeah. There was definitely, there were the people who said it was the greatest thing ever. And then you had a lot of people who were like, this is weird. For the reasons I stated. We pre-ordered an Amico. We expected something related to the Amico, not a bunch of fucking Tommy's guitar riffs.
And for the people that said that, you know, well, what do you expect them? You're going to be complaining about anything. And it's like, no, I wouldn't complain about anything. If you actually put out something that showed respect for the people that put down $100 for a pre-order, I'd be like, okay, you finally did something nice, even though this is a disaster.
For Christ, if you sent out patches or something, like I said, I actually wasn't really ready to go to town on whatever the free gift was. I honestly expected it to be some sort of discount coupon.
But it's not related to the product people ordered. It would be like, not to bring it back to my soiree of products. If I did the book, and it was like, okay, the book is now over a year late.
And you sent out NES Punk wristbands.
Yes, thank you, Ian. I'm involved with both, but one has nothing to do with the other.
Yeah.
But in this case, it would be me sending out a zip file of NES Punk YouTube videos.
Yes.
Basically, that would be it.
Well, that's the other thing. People are like, this doesn't mean anything. We can get it all on Spotify. So yes, that's even more accurate.
You're giving out something for free that it's not related to the pre-order, but your name's involved with in some way. So, and finally, people are on Atari Age are getting more and more fed up from what I hear. People are asking questions. So there was a topic real quick. I'll bring this up. This was on like the general Atari Age forums, you know, like the feedback. He said, this person said, Sean, why are AA posts being edited for Tommy Tallarico? Personally, I believe Tommy should have his own forum for himself and his product. While I agree that all the Amico crap and Tommy directly have damaged the reputation of Atari Age among the online video game community over the last while, I do not think Albert or Atari Age is directly shoring up business for him. Albert's the guy who runs the site. There has been specific moderation of that Amico section, which is totally out of line and out of character versus the rest of the forum for sure. Has it become what some have called a safe space for the Amico and Tommy's postings? Yes, it clearly has. Would any other video game forum have ate him alive and kicked him and his yet-to-be-released product out long ago? Yes, 100%. Is the Amico vaporware? No, it is not. It's a real thing that is just having a really hard time crossing the finish line. Does it deserve the perceived kid gloves treatment or the specific treatment it's so obviously been getting that has spread a negative look on the forum as a whole? No, it does not. It needs to be out on its own in an Amico Age, not on Atari Age. Bravo, sir. And some of these people are not new posters. These people have been around this site for sometimes decades.
That person has been around since I think like 2002 or something.
So
like that. So that's not someone who just signed up to talk shit. That's someone who has posted on Atari Age, loved Atari Age. We loved Atari Age. And
I'm not saying
it's sad to see it.
And of course,
like
this is not the majority of Atari Age. But yes, this does put a whole specter on the reputation of the site.
Yeah.
It does.
I don't write off all of Atari Age, but this is certainly not a good look for them.
Especially since 5 years ago, you know, how they treated other upcoming products with the due diligence and criticism.
I was going to say fairly, by the way.
Yes.
But for whatever reason, Tommy can do no wrong.
He can do no wrong and gets away with it. And he could libel, you know, me, Ian, and others that he thinks are in his way of his goal of total video game domination, I guess. All right, is there anything else to add?
No.
So we got NFTs confirmed.
NFTs confirmed.
Video games are going to be NFTs. He confirmed it.
Confirmed.
We have the SEC that's aware of the J Allard shenanigans. That's the government, by the way, the federal government. And then we have people getting more and more fed up with Atari Age.